Let's talk about a new kind of essay now, persuasive essays. And just what are those? The purpose of a persuasive essay is to convince or persuade readers to accept an idea. Like maybe there are men living on the moon, little green men on the other side, of course. To adopt a point of view, we need to switch to clean energy or to take a course of action. We all should be more healthy. We should eat better, sleep better, and exercise. Okay? So, what types of persuasion do we have? How are we going to convince our readers to do one of those three things? One is we can make an emotional appeal. Turn your test in or else, right? Another one is to make an argument to convince our readers, and we'll do that by logic. Another one is evidence. I'm giving you evidence of why you should do a certain thing or think a certain way. I'm convincing you with that kind of argument. Let's look at an example now. Of course, you'll see a lot of times essays will use both of these. In fact, most persuasive essays will use a combination of emotional appeal and logic or evidence. And you'll see this kind of essay in advertisements, people wanting you to buy something, and they will appeal to your emotions, they'll appeal to your logic, also appeals to support for donations, letters to the editor. All these kinds of writing are persuasive essays. Let me show you an example now of a persuasive essay. We could take the issue women's rights to vote. This is something that happened in the past in America around the turn of the century, and many people were advocates of or against it, for or against it. One advocate said, to be fair, our country should allow women to vote. Okay, now we're appealing to people's emotions of fairness, okay? Another appeal that was made by Susan B. Anthony, one of the famous advocates of women's suffrage, and she said this: Webster, Worcester, and Boivard all defined a citizen to be a person in the United States, entitled to vote and hold office. The only question left to be settled now is, are women persons? And I hardly believe any of our opponents will have the hardihood to say they are not. Being persons, then, women are citizens. And of course, she goes on now to make her case. Do you see how she's using logic, reason, not just an emotional appeal? I want you now to do some work with persuasive essays, looking at the different features and the different purposes of them.